alcohol if they so choose to imbibe, but you will be at the prison. And guess what? At the prison, you don't have to worry about catching but one bus. And you know what that bus is? The bus from the jail to the prison. So I am not going to tolerate any more excuses from you, because if you can find time to do marijuana, you can find time to get to Universal City. I don't want to hear this nonsense about I had to walk from Universal City to Converse, because guess what? Those are consequences from being on probation. You need to get a job, and in your job, you need to include reporting to probation and doing your treatment. You should have been done with treatment, but no, you're missing classes. Any other place, guess what they would have done? Maybe issued a warrant for your arrest instead of having this conversation, and you'll be taken into custody and you will be brought out wearing orange or red, whichever category they put you in. Do you understand? And if the roommate you're living with is allowing you to use marijuana where you all live, then that's not a good roommate. 2021 CR 7353, State of Texas versus Ramon Brooks. Can I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Thomas Beck for defendant.
Are you Mr. Brooks?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Brooks, I'm showing you was entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, just a moment ago.
Okay. I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
All right. Are you the same Ramon Brooks who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 7353 for the offense of theft from person on September 10th, 2021 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, I am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 43 on or about the 14th day of April 2023 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Ramon Brooks, did in there fail to comply with the rules, regulations, or instructions of the Bexar County Community Supervision and Correction Department's duly diagnosed residential facility, and that the defendant has refused to participate in the DBRF program services in violation of condition number 43.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 43, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes,
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 43?
I still plead true.
All right. Is there an agreement?
Yes, there is, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
It is to adjudicate guilt and revoke his community supervision, sentence him to 18 months in the state jail facility.
Is that the agreement?
That is the agreement, Your Honor. We would ask for credit for time served.
All right, Mr. Brooks, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record, please.
Ramon Brooks.
All right, Mr. Brooks, why are you not participating in DDRF?
So my reason was to come back and explain to you that probation was not going to be the best for me because of my conditions outside of jail. They aren't the best of conditions as far as me being homeless and without any credentials. Right now, I'm working with state officials to try and get my stuff back. Fortunately, I didn't have enough time before I was revoked on probation. So I was sent back, and that's why I came back from the program to explain to you that probation there might be something else besides probation that you can see.
All right, so what is your mental health diagnosis?
I'm under psychiatric medication as well. I have a history for that. So
Do you know what medications you're on or what you're taking them for?
yes.
What are you taking them for?
For anxiety, schizophrenia, I was told that I had, and those two are the main ones. Bipolar come into.
All right. So where is your family?
My family live here now. They just moved, but they came back. First, I couldn't reach them, but now I can have reach of them. So that's a good thing.
All right. So what's your relationship with your family?
My relationship, my status is a good status.
And is your family going to help you with regards to your medications and making sure that you're seeing a psychiatrist?
Yes. Yes, they will.
All right. And which your family members? Who's here now?
My mother never met my father. Stepfather's been there since I was a child.
All right, I will tell you, state defense with regards to your agreement, this is my concern. My concern is he has mental health issues and they're not being addressed. And he's telling me that his diagnosis is schizophrenia, bipolar. And so what I'm anticipating happening is if I sentence him to 18 months, I don't know how much time he has in, but he's going to go to the state jail facility if he doesn't have his completed time done.
I'm sorry.
They're going to put him wherever they're going to put him. And if he doesn't take his meds at the facility, there's going to be a case that's going to be issued where they're going to have to file motions to have a judge order that he take his medications. And then he's going to be released from the state jail facility because nobody's going to hold him at the state jail facility because he's unstable. And he's going to be released back into society without his medications, without anything. And then we're going to be back here, maybe not in my court, Mr. Brooks, but maybe in somebody else's court for a new case. So I understand that he wasn't following rules at DDRF. Probation, do you know what specific rules, or does anybody know the specific rules he wasn't following at DDRF? Thank you.
I think he does qualify for safety
Okay.
there, probation on that.
Well, we're going to see what I can come up with.
Your Honor, from those, it is stating that he demanded some leave. He said that, he no longer wanted to remain in the program and wanted to, he was ready to do whatever it was necessary to leave.
All right. So, Mr. Brooks, it appears to the court that you are competent, but you have to look at the big picture. And it seems to the court that you're trying to take the path of least resistance, like the path that's quickest for you. But I can tell you what's going to end up happening is once you get off your medications, which more likely than not you will, because you're going to be like, I'm feeling great. I don't need these medications. You're going to stop taking those. And if you commit another offense, who knows where you're going to be, who knows what it's going to be, and you may end up in prison for a long time. We just had someone here in this court for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And you know what their problem was? The state hospital released them when they should not have released them. And now they're doing, I think, 13 or 12 years at the prison now. So in the court's eyes, you should not be just going to the state jail facility, then getting out, because you're not going to be prepared. So if you want, I can follow this agreement and sentence you to the 18 months, or I can see about getting you some treatment, which is what you need. You need treatment for your mental health issues. Mental health issues are just like any other issue that people have, be it cancer, be it, diabetes or whatever it may be. I don't consider people who have mental health issues, I don't consider it's their fault. It's not, oh, let me go to the grocery store. I'm going to pick up some mental health issues on aisle 4. I don't believe that. But you need help. And you're trying to take the path of least resistance, because your whole thing is, I need to get my ID. You'll be able to get your ID. You don't need your ID at DDRF. And that's where I'm sending you. You're going back there and you're going to follow through on everything. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to keep my eye on you, because I'm going to make sure that I get updates.
Does he qualify for the same program again?
Yes, I'm going to ask that he be re-referred.
And we would certainly hope that you would not find him guilty and leave him on deferred. He's not a convicted felon.
No, I'm not going to find him guilty. You're going to go back to DDRF, okay? And here's the thing, I'm sending you back there and I'm going to expect you to actively participate. You understand? If there's an issue with you and you say you're working on your ID or something of that nature, guess what? Probation has programs that can help you get your identification. But you don't need your identification at DDRF because they know it's you, because I'm telling them it's you and you have your SIT number.
The whole reason I came back was to refuse, is because I refused the program, but it was because I didn't want to get into probation with all the problems I had on outside of jail. I tried probation for the first time and I thought that it would work out, but it didn't exactly work out my way. So I wanted to do it.
No, explain.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You say that when you get out, you don't want to be on probation and have the issues you have on the outside, right?
Yes.
If I send you to prison and you get out, you're still going to have those same issues on the outside. The only issues that's not going to be there is the supervision, which I'm not inclined to release you on probation because you haven't done anything. You haven't been successful on this probation at all. And I'm sympathetic and empathetic to the fact that there are some mental health issues here, but it's not going to be me sympathetic and empathetic towards you and giving you something less than. You understand? So what's going to happen is I'm denying this motion. You're going back to DDRF. If there's a problem with your identification or there's a problem with some of your living arrangements, you let us know. And probation, see if you can refer him to felony drug court as well, because I know they have dual diagnosis. And felony drug court, if they accept you, they'll be able to help you with your identification. They'll be able to help you with housing. They'll be able to help you with all of that.
Okay.
But I'm not going to give you the easy way out. And then guess what? If you come back and you haven't followed the court's instructions, I will hear arguments for both sides, but I will tell you the state and your counsel in all these probation cases, they come up with agreements. And sometimes I follow those agreements, sometimes I don't. But I want you to realize the agreements that they come up with, I don't have to follow. The contract you have for probation is with the court. It is not with your attorney and it's not with the state. You understand? So I'm denying the motion. You're going back to DDRF or either you're going to felony drug court. The end.
Okay.
All right. I'm doing this to help you so that nobody will see you back in a criminal court again. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Brooks. So I'm going to deny the motion, altering the amend conditions to referral to DDRF and felony drug court. That'll be while in custody. And I'm going to make a notation on the docket sheet that you need help with your identification. Is that it? Probation, can you let probation know that he needs help obtaining his identification? And if felony drug court accepts you, let them know that you need help obtaining your identification and they'll make sure you get it.
Okay. And so with this, that means I'll be continuing probation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't seem like you're doing well because you're before me.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not before me because you've been successful. And you're not before me because you have questions. You're before me because I have questions and probation has questions. All right. Let me ask you this. If you're revoked on this, how much time could you do in prison? No. Everybody will say, I can't do any time in prison. You know, somebody would tell this story for us this is when I first started out. They said the judge asked the defendant, so how much time could you do in prison? Just let me know. And you know what they said? The defendant told him, oh, I can do 2 days. And you know what the judge told him? You know what? You just look at every time as 2 days increments. And you know what that judge did? Sent that person to prison for 30 years. So on this case, how much time could I send you to prison for?
How much you can?
Yeah.
10 years?
10 years?
Wow.
Do you want to go to prison?
No, ma'am.
Do you want to go to prison because you are not doing what you're supposed to do?
No.
And people, well, you're acting as though you do because people are working with you and it says your counselor contacted you and said you missed your group session.
Ma'am.
And then the counselor said, look, I will let you make up those sessions. And your answer to this counselor, knowing you could go to prison for 10 years was, I don't think I can do that. So do you think you can do 10 years in prison?
No, ma'am.
Then why are you acting like you can?
I live in Universal City, ma'am, and recently I've been just struggling. You know, I've lost my job because of transportation, getting back and forth. There's no public transportation in Universal City. Mr. Sheridan is a wonderful counselor. You know, I did go set up that meeting with him again because he helps me a lot. You know, I just wasn't able to. I'm not able to move, like get to places, you know. So
Who do you know in Universal City?
I have a roommate. I don't have no family out here. All my family has passed away. I'm from California, you know, so I don't really have people here. You know, I don't have any help. I've been paying $400 every 2 weeks at where I'm staying just to live there, you know, and then I've been catching Uber and Lyft back and forth to work to get there. And then that's a lot of money, you know, I don't have it, you know, and then I've been trying to do it. I could get to places, you know, like today I walked from Universal City to Converse to catch the bus to get here today. But I don't have like funds. Like I'm just getting backed up and on everything, and everything is kind of like coming at me at one time, and I don't know. I don't have no help. You know, I don't have nothing.
How old are you?
30, about to be 31 next month.
You'll be asked to step
I'll be
outside.
I'll be
Just
31.
1 second. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is talking to the inmates like this is visitation? Who is it? Deputy Laura, who was it?
It's that lady with the dark hair.
Excuse me. Hi, miss. I'm gonna need you to step outside the courtroom. All right.
I'll be 30.
Yes.
I'll be 31 next month.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be 31.
All right. So you're gonna have to sit down with somebody. And by somebody, I mean probation will help you. You're going to have to get employment and figure out a budget.
I do. I have income tax. I was working all last year. I have income tax coming February 26th. That's going.
Well, I hope you didn't have somebody do your income tax where they take
No,
a
ma'am.
major percentage of it and then,
I don't know. I just filed. You know, I file with her every year. You know, I work every year. Yes, ma'am. And
all right. So he's saying he lives in Universal City. Are we aware of him living in Universal City? Did you let them know you lived in Universal City?
No.
So state, this appears to be his issue. He doesn't have any transportation.
I was able to obtain my license. I've been working on that. I did get a car, but the next day it had a blown head gasket, so I lost it and I lost my money. So that kind of set me back as well, you know. And I've been trying to get a car like the right way because that's why I really got my license and did that because I didn't want to get another car that was going to go bad on me. So I got my license and trying to do it.
All right. And they say you worked full time. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Abrams,
Yes, Judge.
they're asking for him to restart IOP.
Yes, Judge. That is the recommendation. And additionally for him to restart IOP, I do want to ensure that he is enrolled in his VIP course at least by the either end of the month or, mid-March.
Okay.
Ma'am, I tried to enroll into the VIP class online due to my transportation issues, but it was $195 to enroll. I didn't have the money. You know, I enrolled in Mr. Sheldon's class.
All right. And see, here's the thing. I understand how finances are hitting you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But you know why these financial issues are hitting you and you got to still just deal with it? Because these are consequences for your offense.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you would not have committed this offense, guess what?
I wouldn't be in this
You wouldn't be
situation.
here. Ms. Abrams, with regards to enrollment in BIP, he says he's getting his income tax. So we can give him till March 28th to enroll in BIP. You drug tested today. What are the results going to be?
Did any drugs.
All right, so we're going to drug test him today.
Your Honor, I would like to point out that his last drug test was positive for marijuana back in December. So we can see if that's out of the system by now.
Okay, all right. So you're going to get drug tested today,
Wow.
and we're going to see what the results are. And if the results are positive, we're going to have another conversation. But for now, he's to enroll in the BIP on March 28th, and he's to restart IOP. So you're still telling me it's going to be negative?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else, Miss Abrams?
No, Judge.
All right, just sit there. Do you need any water or anything?
Yes, please.
All right, just have a seat. Deputy Laura, so who was the person speaking to inmates?
This one on top.
Okay. All right, you're not allowed to talk to people. I understand that's your mom, but that's not allowed in here. You understand? All right. Mr. Moody, come forward. So we're not on the record. When's the last time you used marijuana?
I haven't used it since December.
No, I mean, unless something is wrong with the laws of
Right.
physics and the time continuum has changed, you should not be positive for marijuana if the last time you used is in December. So let me just tell you something right now. You're on probation out of this court. If you want to continue to use marijuana, you're an adult, that's up to you. But using marijuana while you're on probation is not allowed. It's against your conditions of probation. And guess what? You may or may not end up going to prison for 10 years. And when people ask you why you're at the prison for 10 years, you can tell them because you wanted to use marijuana. And I'm sure at the prison, there's a way that people can make their marijuana. I know there's a way that people can make their alcohol if they so choose to imbibe, but you will be at the prison. And guess what? At the prison, you don't have to worry about catching but one bus. And you know what that bus is? The bus from the jail to the prison. So I am not going to tolerate any more excuses from you, because if you can find time to do marijuana, you can find time to get to Universal City. I don't want to hear this nonsense about I had to walk from Universal City to Converse, because guess what? Those are consequences from being on probation. You need to get a job, and in your job, you need to include reporting to probation and doing your treatment. You should have been done with treatment, but no, you're missing classes. Any other place, guess what they would have done? Maybe issued a warrant for your arrest instead of having this conversation, and you'll be taken into custody and you will be brought out wearing orange or red, whichever category they put you in. Do you understand? And if the roommate you're living with is allowing you to use marijuana where you all live, then that's not a good roommate. But I am not going to tolerate any more nonsense with you not following through on what you need to do. This is the last conversation we're going to have, the last compliance we're going to have. If I get another report and everything is in order, I'm going to sign it. And when I sign it, it's going to be for a motion to revoke. You will have to make bond. If you don't make bond, you'll be brought over and we will hear the allegations. Either they're going to be true or not true. And if they're true, you're looking at potentially 10 years in prison. So it's up to you to make the decision of whether or not marijuana is worth 10 years of your life, potentially, or 1 year, or 5 days. You understand? So do not come back here before trying to get tea and sympathy from me. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.